Good morning, students. My name is Gurpreet Kaur, and I am a student from Arihant College of Education. And I would like to thank St. Patrick's High School for giving me this opportunity to teach. My roll number is 41, and I am from FY B.Ed. And today we are going to study an interesting topic in maths from class 6th. Now, before starting, let's recall. What is a decimal fraction, students? Yes, a fraction whose denominator is 10, 100 or thousands, right? That is multiples of 10, right? Very good. Now, how will you convert the following fractions into decimal points? Okay, now I'll give you some numbers, okay? Some sums. You'll tell me how you'll convert the fraction into decimal points. First is 8 5 by 10. 8 5 upon 10. So, you'll convert it. It will be 8.5. Okay, very good. The next is 25 82 upon 100 will be equal to what? 25.82, right? Now the next one, 7 upon 10 will be equal to 0.7, right? Okay. So, tell me students, 4.5 plus 1.5 means how much? 4.5. Half is how much? Okay, so 4.50 plus 1.50, which is equal to 6. Very good, students. So today we are going to study about decimal fractions, and our subunit will be addition and subtraction of decimal fractions. Okay. Now let us see what is place value first. Okay. You can see in the picture here, okay, this is the whole and these are the parts, right? A fraction is divided into decimal point, okay, a decimal fraction, okay. And what happens is the whole, if you consider a mixed number, okay, suppose 8 3 upon 4, okay, so the 8 is your whole number, okay. So whole includes ones, tens, hundreds and thousands. And after the decimal point, the parts which are there are written as tenths, hundreds and thousands. You will not include one year, okay. You will start from tenths, and you will not say 10, okay. You will not say tens, you will say tenths, okay. So see the difference. Now let us see the first digit after the decimal represent the 10th place. The next digit after the decimal will represent the hundredth place, and the remaining digits continue to fill in the place value until there is no digit left, okay. So it will keep on increasing, 1000, 10,000, okay, then so on. Now let us see this sum addition. You have to add these two numbers, okay. Now let us see the video here. Let us watch the video. Okay students, so now we'll see a sum based on the addition of decimal fractions. Okay, now you have to add these two numbers. Now what you have to do is, you will tell me how are you going to read these two numbers. Yes, so how is it read? The first number is read as 905.5, okay, and the second number is read as 27.197, okay. You will not read it as 197. No, you will read it as 197 because it's after the decimal point. Now, the second thing, you have to pay attention to the place values, okay. After the decimal point, you have to check the place values of all these numbers, okay. What is the place value of this 5? It's the 10th position, 10th place value. And what are the place values of these three numbers? Yes, very good. 10, 100 and the 1000. So what you will do is, you will simply first write the number. Okay. Now, how will you write 27? You will write 2 and 7 here? No. You will write the decimal point first, okay, because after the decimal, okay, the decimal should be this side. It should not be here or here. No, okay. Now see, 7 and 2. This is in the units place, this is in the tens place. 5 is in the will place the 7 also in the units place. Okay. So 7 and 2. Okay. Now the things which are remaining, 197. Now what you will do is, you will simply add a 0 here. Okay. Because you don't have anything, so I added a 0 here. Now you will add this. So 0 and 7 is 7. 0 plus 9 is 9. 5 plus 1 is how much, students? 6. 5 plus 7 is how much, students? 12. Very good. So 2, 1, 2 plus 1 is 3. And 9 will remain as it is. Okay, so what is your answer? Can you tell me? Is it 932.997? No, it is 932.697. Okay, this is the way you will read the fraction. So what is your answer? 932.697. Okay. Okay, students. So now see one more example, okay, where you are performing a subtraction. Okay, now these two numbers, 632.24 minus 97.45. We'll see how to perform the subtraction here. So now we will solve a sum based on subtraction of decimal fractions. So you have to subtract these two numbers. How will you read these two numbers, students? Yes, 632.24 minus 97.45. Okay, so now we will write the values first. Okay. Now decimal point first, okay, and then 97. And then just writing 4, 5, okay. This is 97. Okay, the decimal point, first you have to put the decimal point, and below that decimal point you will put the second number. Okay, so decimal points you have to pay attention on. Okay, and then this 97. Okay, now you will subtract it. Now 4 minus 5 is not possible, so you will take 1 from this 2 and you will cut it and write 1. Okay, so 14 minus 5 is how much, students? It's 9. So you will write this as 9. Now 1 minus 4 is also not possible. So you will take a 1 from this 2 and here you will cut this. Okay, and you will write this as 1 here. 11 minus 4 is how much, students? 7. Right? So now I will write 7 here. Now again 1 minus 7 is not possible. So I will take a number from 3 and cut it and write 2 and I will add 1 here. So this becomes 11. 11 minus 7 is how much, students? 4. So this point I will put here first. Okay. Then this 4. Now 2 minus 9 is also not possible. So cutting this 6, I will write 5 and I will add a 1 from this 6. So 12 minus 9 is how much, students? 3. And then this 5 will remain as it is. Okay. So what is your answer, students? 534.79 is your answer. Okay. Okay, so you have watched the video. You have seen the addition as well as subtraction part. Now let us see the rules for addition and subtraction of decimal fractions. I have already explained you in the video. Okay, but still we'll just go through. First, you will write down the numbers, okay, one under the other with the decimal points lined up. Okay, I explained you in the video. First you will draw the decimal, you will put the decimal point and accordingly you will put the numbers, right? You will check the values, the place values, whether it's units, units, tens, hundreds, or tenth, hundredth, thousand. Okay, put in zeros so the numbers have the same length. Okay, in the first example, in the addition example, we had put 2 zeros, right, to have the same length of the two numbers, right? then add using column addition, remembering to put the decimal point in the answer. Okay, now the most important part here is you have to put the decimal point. If you forget to put the decimal point, then you will lose your marks. Okay, so be very careful, okay, when you put the decimal point. Okay, and also be very neat when you draw the diagram, when you write the sum. Okay, when you are writing the addition part, when you are adding the sum, or when you are subtracting the sum, be very careful with whatever you are doing. No cancellations. Okay, and decimal point should be there. Okay, so neatness is very important. Now let us see this question. Reshma bought some vegetables. You can see in the picture she is buying some vegetables. They included 3/4 kilo potatoes, 1 kilo onions, half a kilo cabbage, and a 1/4 kilo tomatoes. What is the total weight of the vegetables in her bag? Now we have to find the total weight of vegetables in her bag. Let us watch this video and understand the sum. Okay. Now let us see a problem based on decimal fraction, students. Okay, so Reshma bought some vegetables. They included 3/4 kilo potatoes, 1 kilo onions, half a kilo cabbage, and a 1/4 kilo tomatoes. What is the total weight of vegetables in her bag? You have to tell the total weight. Okay, so now first thing, which three to four quantities are given here? Yes, 3/4 kilos, 1 kilo, half a kilo, and a 1/4 kilo, right? So I will write the quantities first. We will always write the given. So first 1 kilo, second 3/4. How much is 3/4, students? 3/4 kilos is how much grams? It is 750 grams. Very good, students. Now tell me, students, how much is half a kilo? Half a kilo is how many grams? It is 500 grams. Very good, students. Now tell me, how much is 1/4 kilo? 250 grams. Okay, so now you have got all the quantities, students. Okay. Okay, so now tell me, students, how much is 1 kilo? How much is 1 kg equal to how many grams? Yes, very good. It's equal to 1000 grams. Now, what is the total weight? You have to find the total weight. So, which operation you will use? Addition or subtraction? Addition, right? Very good. So, we will add all these terms. Okay, we will add all these numbers. So, 1000 was how much? 1 kilo onions. Okay, 1 kilo onions was 1000 grams. So, onions equal to, now the second thing was 3/4 kilo. Okay, so 3/4 kilo were the potatoes. Okay, so it was 750. Okay, and now half a kilo, 500 grams. Okay, that was cabbage. And the last, that is the tomatoes. Okay. Now you will add this. Okay, and you will put the gram sign here. Gram symbol here. Okay. You will add all these things. 0, 0, 0, 0 will be 0. 5 and 5 will be 10. Now tell me what will be the addition. 7 plus 5 plus 2. 7 plus 7, 14. 14 plus 1, 15. 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, so this is 2500 gram. Now you have to convert it into kilograms. Now think critically, students, and tell me, how will you convert 2500 gram into kilos, into kilograms? Yes, very good. You will divide it by 1000. So, okay, you can write this as grams here. Now, you will see the 3 zeros here. Okay, now you will check where you have to put the zeros. So, 1, 2 and 3. So, 2.5 is your answer. Okay, 2.5 kgs is your answer. So, what was the total weight of vegetables? The total weight was 2.5 kgs. Okay. Okay, understood, students? Okay, so that was the first method, students. Now let us see the second method of solving this sum. Okay, now tell me, what did we do there? We had converted from grams to kilos, right? Here we will keep the units as it is in the kilos. Okay, so now tell me the 4 units. Okay, the 4 kilos were used: 3/4 kilo, 1 kilo, half a kilo and quarter kilos. Okay, so I will write all the things. 1 kg, okay, 750 grams, okay, and then what was there? 500 grams and 250 grams, right? Now you tell me 1 kg is how much? 1 kilo. How much is 750 gram? 3/4 kilo. How much is 500 gram? Half a kilo. And 250 gram is quarter kilos. Now, what you have to do is, you can divide this by 1000, okay, and write the answer here itself in kilos. So, this is 1 kgs, okay, you don't have to divide it, it is already in kgs, okay. What you can do is, you can just add the points here, okay. So, 1.000 kgs, okay. Now, 750 grams, how will you convert it into kilograms, students? You will divide by 1000, right? $750 divided by 1000 is how much? You will check the zeros 1, 2 and 3. The third position. So the decimal point will be here. So it will be 0.750 kgs. Okay. For 500 also, you will divide it by 1000. So 500 divided by 1000, again you will check the zeros 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this particular decimal point, so the answer is 0.500 kgs. Okay, and 250 grams will be 250 divided by 1000. You will check the points and this will be 0.250 kgs. Okay, now there we had changed it. We had converted it into grams and then we had divided it and converted into kilograms. Here we can directly add all these 4 terms. Okay. So 1 kgs was what? 1 kgs was onions. So onions. Then the second one was 750 grams. That is 3/4 kilos potatoes. So, what was it? 0.750 kgs. You will not write 750. You will write 0.750 kgs. Now, 500 grams is half a kilo cabbage. Okay. Okay, and the last remaining is 250 grams, which was quarter kilo tomatoes. So that's how much? 0.250 kgs. Now you will directly add all these things. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 5 is 10. Okay. 7 plus 5 plus 2 plus 1 is how much? 7 plus 7 is 14 plus 1 is 15. 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, so 2.5 kg is the total weight. Okay, you can solve by any of the methods. So, okay, so the total weight is 2.5 kgs. In the first method also the answer was the same, and in the second method also the answer is same. Okay, students? So you have watched the video, students, right? You have seen the sums based on addition and subtraction. Now let us see one more sum. Avinash travelled 42 kilometers, 365 meters by bus, 12 kilometers, 460 meters by car, and walked 640 meters. How many kilometers did he travel altogether? Okay, now distance travelled in bus was how much? 42 kilometers, 365 meters. Now 365 meters will be converted into kilometers, right? How will you convert 365 meters into kilometers, students? Yes, very good. 1 meter is equal to 1000 kilometers. So 365 meters will be equal to 0.365 kilometers by dividing it with 1000. Okay, very good, students. Now you will add the two things. Okay, 42 kilometers and you will add 0.365. You will get the answer as 42.365 kilometers. Now this is the distance traveled in the bus. Now how will you find the distance traveled in the car? What is the distance traveled in the car, students? Yes, 12 kilometers, 460 meters. So you will add both of the things. Okay. Now here again you have to convert it into kilometers. 460 meters will be converted into kilometers. Okay. You will divide it or multiply it, students? Divide it. Very good. So you will divide it by 1000 kilometers. Okay. So your answer for 460 meters will be 0.460 kilometers. Okay, so you will add both of the terms, both of the numbers, and you will get 12.460 kilometers. Now you have got the two distance traveled in bus and distance traveled in car. Now you have the distance which was walked. Okay, so distance walked was 640 meters. You will again divide it by 1000 and change it into kilometers. It will become 0.640 kilometers. Okay. Now, how many kilometers did he travel altogether? You have to find the distance which he traveled altogether. So, will you add it or will you subtract it? Yes, you will add it. So, you will add all the three distance. Okay. So, total kilometers traveled will be all the 42.365 plus 12.460 plus 0.640 kilometers, and the answer is 55.465 kilometers. Okay, so today we have learned about the decimal fractions. We have seen the addition and subtraction of the decimal fractions. We have solved some sums and we also saw some problem based on it. We also learned about the place values, right? So what is your recapitulation, students? Which digit represents the 10th place, students? Yes, very good. The first digit after the decimal represents the 10th place. Now can you add this? What was the how did we add in the first part? 39.00, right? We add 00 because in the 10th and the 100th place there is 65, okay? 700.65. So that is the reason we'll add, and then we'll simply just add the sum and we'll get it as 739.65. Now let us see for subtraction. 85.96 minus 2.345. Okay, now here again you will add 10. Okay, see, now here 0 is not possible. From 0 you cannot minus 5, so you will take 1 from the 6. Okay, you will and it will be carry forwarded and 6 will be converted to 5, so you will get 5 and 6. 5 minus 4 will be 1 and your answer will be 83.615. okay, so now the application part, okay, you have to click on the link. Okay, I have provided a link. You can click on the link and fill the application form. Okay, and last part is your homework. These are the two sums. Okay, Aisha bought 1.80 meters of cloth for her salwar and 2.25 meters for her kurta. If the cloth cost 120 rupees per meter, how much did she pay the shopkeeper? And the other is Anita was driving at a speed of 85.6 kilometers per hour. The road had a speed limit of 55 kilometers per hour. By how much should she reduce her speed to be within the speed limit? Okay, so these are your two homework questions. Okay, so we are done for today's, students. Thank you so much.